You think the Three Gorges Dam is China's greatest engineering project? Wrong, it only ranks 5th. The number 1 spot will leave the whole world speechless. The 10 mega projects we'll talk about today are each powerful enough to become legends. Every single one proves to the world that China's engineering isn't just advanced, it's unbelievably powerful. From channeling cool air from Shanghai straight into air conditioners in Guangzhou, to building ultra-high voltage power grids that even Russia envies, to sending natural gas from the west to light up half the nation, and even creating an underwater ballet beneath the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge, a structure so strong that not even a typhoon can shake it. China's mega projects are the very definition of turning the impossible into possible. In today's video, let's join Top 10 Global and explore the 10 most impressive mega projects in China, each one a true marvel of human ingenuity. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and share to support the channel. Number 10. The Ultra-High Voltage Power Grid. Do you know which project can supply enough electricity for half of China's population to use comfortably all year round? It's not the Three Gorges Dam, it's the Ultra-High Voltage Power Grid, ranked 10th on this list. Stretching over 30,000 kilometers, this massive network connects the wind farms of Inner Mongolia to the skyscrapers of Shanghai's Pudong district like a web of steel jewelry in the sky. With a voltage of 1000 kilovolt, more than 4,000 times stronger than standard power lines, it's a true engineering marvel. Think of it this way, if a regular power line is like a household water pipe, then ultra-high voltage is a Yangtze River with a 10-meter diameter. It can transmit wind power from Qinghai and hydropower from Sichuan to Guangzhou, 2,000 kilometers away, with less than 8% energy loss, saving 25% more power than traditional grids. That efficiency translates to 10 billion yuan in annual electricity savings, enough to give every citizen an extra 20 kilowatt of power per year. Even more impressive are the environmental benefits. 80 million tons of coal saved, 120 million tons of carbon reduced, equal to planting 100 million trees, or creating 10 forests the size of Beijing's Olympic Forest Park. Thanks to this clean energy, Beijing enjoyed 2 straight weeks of clear skies last winter, powered by electricity transmitted from Shanxi, giving the Jing-Jin-Ji region 20 extra blue sky days. Economically, this grid acts as an invisible engine, with the west to east electricity corridor boosting the Yangtze River Delta's GDP by 1.3 trillion yuan annually, equivalent to building 40 stadiums every year. In Suzhou's electronics factories and Foshan's steel industries, up to 80% of production depends on this power source. Foreign experts once claimed it was impossible to build such a grid in frozen regions, yet Chinese engineers made it work using thermal cables and smart inspection systems, ensuring stable operation even in Mohe at 40 Stasansi. Today, even Russia has come to purchase this technology. Some call it China's 6th mode of transportation, but what makes it superior to high-speed rail is that it never gets congested. Rain or snow, typhoon or frost, electricity flows on time to millions of homes, like blood through the body. Right now, the lights, fridge, and phone charger in your home may be powered by this vast network spanning half of China. This is China's ultra-high voltage power grid, a super network woven from steel and human ingenuity, lighting up 1.4 billion lives with the gentle yet mighty strength of national engineering. Number 9. The West-East Gas Pipeline. When you turn on your gas stove to cook breakfast, that blue flame might have traveled 2,500 kilometers, all the way from the Tarim Basin in Xinjiang, through the earth beneath 11 provinces, before reaching your kitchen. This underground energy artery is known as the West-East Gas Pipeline, ranked 9th among China's top 10 mega projects. Imagine a 25,000 kilometer long steel pipeline, more than half the circumference of the equator, enough to wrap halfway around the Earth. Every year, 120 billion cubic meters of natural gas flow through it, providing 10 cubic meters of fuel daily for 500 million people, enough to boil 20 kettles of water and cook 3 dishes for each household. More importantly, it has turned the energy wealth of the West into the economic power of the East. The first phase alone replaced 200 million tons of standard coal, cutting 400 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions, equivalent to removing masts from 50 northern cities and giving the Jing-Jin-Ji region 20 extra blue sky days every winter. Economically, the impact is just as astounding. The project boosts China's GDP by over 1 trillion yuan every year, creating 1 million jobs. Along its route, steel factories have produced 30 million tons of pipes, enough to build 150 stadiums. The construction team laid the pipeline through the Taklamakan Desert, where summer temperatures reach 60 degrees Celsius, and across more than 100 major rivers, including the Yellow River and the Yangtze River. Foreign experts once claimed it was impossible to install high-pressure pipelines in fault zones. But Chinese engineers achieved it using self-developed anti-corrosion steel and intelligent monitoring technology, allowing stable operation underground for over 20 years. Even US shale gas developers have come to study this system. Today, when you take a hot shower or turn on your winter heating, you're benefiting from this remarkable network. The gas it transports daily could fill 4,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools, yet it maintains a 99.99% safety rate. The natural gas from Xinjiang fuels Shanghai's stoves, warms the homes of Western herders, and powers the factories of the East, a living connection of energy and unity. This is not just a cold steel pipeline, it's China's underground energy belt, a lifeline that tells the story of harmony and shared prosperity between East and West every time a flame is lit. Number 8. The FAST Telescope. Hidden deep within the folds of Guizhou's mountains lies a giant ear listening to the whispers of the universe. Its 500-meter wide reflective dish, shaped like a colossal silver bowl, nestled in a natural karst depression, spans an area equivalent to 30 football fields. When it moves, it can capture faint signals from stars 13 billion light-years away. This is FAST, the 500-meter aperture spherical telescope, ranked 8th among China's mega projects. Imagine 4,450 triangular panels pieced together like fish scales, forming a space microphone 500 meters in diameter. By 2024, FAST had detected over 764 pulsars, accounting for more than half of all discoveries worldwide during the same period. That's roughly one new cosmic lighthouse every 3 days. Costing 1.1 billion yuan, this national treasure doesn't just place China at the forefront of global astronomy, it has also revitalized the Guizhou region. In 2023 alone, Pingtang County earned 700 million yuan from telescope tourism, creating income for 30,000 locals and sparking growth in rural ecotourism. Technically, the telescope's main cable support system can bear the weight of 5,000 elephants. The feed cabin, suspended 300 meters above the dish, moves with the precision of a butterfly in flight. Every core technology developed entirely independently by Chinese engineers. Foreign experts once believed that a telescope of this size could never actively adjust its shape, but Chinese scientists achieved the impossible using 2,200 steel cables, allowing the reflector to morph into a parabolic surface with 0.1 millimeter precision, as accurate as spotting a single strand of hair on a football field. Today, when you gaze up at the stars, FAST may be listening to the heartbeat of a distant neutron star. It's not just a cold scientific instrument, but a cosmic communicator nestled among the mountains, a bridge between humanity and the deep universe. When FAST captures radio waves that have traveled 13 billion years, it allows humankind to touch the childhood of the cosmos. This enormous silver bowl doesn't cook rice. It cooks up China's most romantic dream of the stars, gazing from the valleys of Guizhou into the boundless sea of the universe. Number 7. Beijing Daxing International Airport. When your plane descends into southern Beijing, a magnificent golden phoenix spreads its wings below, covering 700,000 square meters, larger than 200 football fields. This terminal allows passengers to go from the entrance to their boarding gate in just 8 minutes. Your luggage? It arrives on the carousel in only 13 minutes. This engineering marvel, recognized by international media as one of the 7 new wonders of the world, is the Beijing Daxing International Airport, ranked 7th among China's top 10 mega projects. Imagine building the world's largest single terminal in just 5 years, with 10,000 workers on site every day, yet finishing without a single delay. Its greatest achievement lies in its incredible efficiency. The farthest walking distance from the terminal's center to any gate is only 600 meters, thanks to its radiating layout and automated escalator system that minimizes walking time. The baggage system runs like it's on wheels, luggage transfer in 13 minutes, twice as fast as standard airports. Even foreign engineers have come to study China's efficiency here. Beyond aviation, the 400 square kilometer airport economic zone has become a hub for industries such as aviation logistics and bonded warehousing, with an expected annual output value of 300 billion yuan or 800 million yuan per day. Around 500,000 people are employed directly by the airport, and nearby hotels, restaurants, and homestays have flourished. In 2023, bookings around Daxing skyrocketed tenfold compared to pre-opening levels. Even farmers in Langfang, Hebei, now deliver 20 tons of fresh vegetables daily to feed travelers. Transport-wise, Daxing is an all-round champion. The Beijing-Xiong'an Intercity Railway runs directly into the terminal, cutting travel time from Beijing West Station to the airport to just 20 minutes. In the near future, it will connect with the Xiong'an New Area, forming a 1-hour air travel circle across the Jing-Jin-Ji region. As the world's first fully electric airport, Daxing reduces annual carbon emissions equivalent to planting 1 million trees. Even the Baidu vehicles operating here are electric BYD models. Every detail embodies innovation. The terminal's 12,800 glass panels form the feathered pattern of a phoenix, automatically adjusting sunlight levels. Its AI-powered baggage sorting system is 10 times faster than manual handling. This airport isn't a cold concrete structure. It's a living, breathing national lounge, symbolizing China's vision and calm confidence on the global stage. When the Golden Phoenix spreads its wings, it marks more than just a flight. It's China taking off with the fastest airport construction speed in the world, showcasing the grace, strength, and ambition of a true superpower. Number 6. The Baihetan Hydropower Station. When you switch on your desk lamp, the electricity might be coming from a 16 million kilowatt superpower bank. On the Jinsha River, the border between Sichuan and Yunnan, 16 massive turbines transform flowing water into electric energy. Each rotation of one turbine can power your refrigerator for an entire day. This is the Baihetan Hydropower Station, the world's largest single-unit capacity hydropower plant, ranking 6th among China's top 10 mega projects. Deep underground, 200 meters below the surface, lies a steel labyrinth the size of 30 football fields. Inside, 16 colossal generators, each weighing 8,000 tons, hum like sleeping dragons, adjustable with a precision of 0.1 millimeter. During construction, as engineers had to cross 12 geological fault zones and avoid more than 300 karst caves. Foreign geologists once said building a power station here was like building a house on tofu. But Chinese engineers made the impossible possible using 3D geological modeling and smart grouting technology, anchoring the structure as solid as bedrock. Its contribution to clean energy is beyond imagination. Each year, Baihetan generates 48 billion kilowatt hours of electricity, enough to power 40 million households for a year. That's equivalent to saving 15 million tons of coal, reducing 40 million tons of carbon emissions, or planting 200 million trees at the upper reaches of the Yangtze River. Its intelligent dispatch system uses satellite remote sensing and big data to adjust power output in real time based on rainfall, saving 20% more water compared to traditional hydropower plants. Even the United Nations hydropower and environmental agencies have visited to learn from China's innovation. Economically, Baihetan has ignited a booming hydropower industrial cluster. The production of electromechanical equipment alone has spawned 500 new enterprises. The steel plant in Jiaotong, Yunnan, produced 800,000 tons of special steel just for this project. What's truly moving is the care for nature. Engineers built a fish elevator to help rare species like the Chinese sturgeon swim upstream. Around the reservoir, 100,000 NMU of ecological forest has been planted, creating tranquil, blue-green lakes among the deep gorges. Now, when you turn on your air conditioner or charge your phone, listen closely. The current flowing through your home may be the Jinsha River's water transformed into energy by the brilliance of Chinese engineers. Baihetan has used steel and technology to tame the river, setting a new benchmark for hydropower worldwide and allowing the story of clean energy to flow through millions of glowing lights across China. Number 5. The Three Gorges Hydropower Station. Amid the towering cliffs of the Three Gorges, a colossal steel dam spans the Yangtze River, harnessing nature's power on an unimaginable scale. With an installed capacity of 22.5 million kilowatts, equal to 22 Baihetan power stations, the Three Gorges Dam is the largest hydropower project on Earth, ranking 5th among China's top 10 mega projects. Each year, it generates 100 billion kilowatt hours of electricity, enough to power 100 million people for a full year. The dam stands 175 meters tall, like a giant dragon lying across the river, holding back a reservoir that could fill 300 West Lakes. During the flood season, it can retain 22.1 billion cubic meters of floodwater, protecting 15 million residents downstream, like putting a giant helmet on the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze. In 2020, the dam reduced floodwater by 40%, helping cities such as Wuhan and Nanjing safely weather the rainy season. Foreign media once remarked that China had rewritten the history of flood control with a single dam. But the Three Gorges is not just a power station, it's a multifunctional giant. Massive cargo ships can now sail directly to Chongqing, cutting travel distance by 800 kilometers, while the reservoir has become a vital freshwater source, supplying 20 billion cubic meters annually to the Yangtze River basin. Environmentally, it's equally impressive. Each year, it reduces 30 million tons of carbon emissions, the same as planting forests the size of 20 Hainan Islands. Despite early challenges of resettlement, today, 1.3 million relocated residents have rebuilt their lives in thriving new towns. Cities like Wanzhou in Chongqing have even become popular tourist check-in spots. Technically, the project is a masterpiece of precision and endurance. Its 34 turbines, each producing 700,000 kilowatts, were fully developed domestically. Each rotor weighs 1 to 900 tons, yet spins with perfect accuracy. The dam itself required 27 million cubic meters of concrete, enough to pave a highway from Beijing to Guangzhou. Foreign experts once claimed the site's complex geology made dam construction impossible. But Chinese engineers achieved the impossible through deep foundation reinforcement and intelligent monitoring systems, ensuring the dam remained stable even in high seismic zones. The Three Gorges Dam isn't a cold, lifeless structure. It's a steel guardian of the Yangtze, a symbol of China's will to master water and light the future. Planned over 50 years and built in 17, it stands as a monument of national engineering, letting the mighty Yangtze both nourish the land and illuminate the future. Number 4. The Grand Canal. A 1,000-year-old canal that runs from North to South China has now become a mega project that changed the nation's destiny. Stretching 1,794 kilometers, the Grand Canal has transformed into a vast transportation artery, connecting 8 major river systems and 5 provinces, a true liquid highway flowing through the economic lifeline between North and South China. This is the longest man-made river in the world, honored as a living World Heritage Site, continuously flowing for over 2,000 years without ever stopping. Its water network is nothing short of extraordinary. In the dry season, it links with the South to North Water Diversion Project, supplying life-giving water to northern China, with 3 out of every 10 cups of water in Beijing coming from the canal's regulated flow. During the flood season, it helps reduce 40% of floodwater in the lower reaches of the Yangtze River, safeguarding thousands of towns across Jiangsu, Zhejiang, and Shanghai. In 2021, when torrential rains struck the Yangtze Delta, the canal's junction systems cut flooding in Shanghai and Suzhou by 60%. From an economic standpoint, it's also a marvel of efficiency. Cargo ships carrying thousands of tons can travel directly from Hangzhou to Beijing at 70% lower transport costs than road freight. Today, the canal moves over 500 million tons of goods every year, the equivalent of 1,300 freight trains gliding across water daily. Even German river transport experts have come to study China's success. Along its banks, engineers have created 2 million mu of wetlands, planted with reeds and lotus flowers. In Jiangsu, the water is now so pure, it's safe to drink directly, and flocks of white egrets and swans have returned to the skies. In 2023, Grand Canal tourism revenue exceeded 30 billion yuan, with homestay bookings in ancient riverside towns increasing eightfold. This 1,000-year-old waterway is not a relic of history. It's a living super project, a river that has flowed for 2,500 years, witnessing the rise of dynasties and now being reborn through modern engineering. With every wave and ripple, the Grand Canal tells the story of a nation that honors its past while shaping its future, reviving ancient waterways with modern technology and letting history flow once more through the heart of New China. Number 3. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge. As your plane glides over the Pearl River estuary, a 55-kilometer silver ribbon stretches gracefully across the sea. This is the Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge, one of the most extraordinary engineering feats of our time, and ranked third among China's top 10 mega projects. Built with 420,000 tons of steel, enough to construct 60 Eiffel Towers, and an amount of concrete sufficient to pave a highway from Guangzhou to Beijing, the bridge was listed by The Guardian as one of the 7 modern wonders of the world. Beneath the waves lies a 6.7-kilometer undersea tunnel made from 33 precisely connected immersed tubes, each joined with a margin of error less than 3 centimeters, the equivalent of stacking coins perfectly from the height of a 30-story building. This tunnel can withstand Category 16 typhoons and magnitude 8 earthquakes, with a design life of 120 years. Foreign experts once claimed that connecting immersed tubes in deep-sea conditions was impossible. But Chinese engineers made the impossible possible. Using hybrid pile foundations and intelligent hydraulic systems, they enabled 80,000-ton tunnel segments to perform a ballet beneath the sea. Today, even international construction firms are buying this Chinese innovation. Before the bridge, traveling from Hong Kong to Zhuhai took 3 hours by road. Now, it takes just 30 minutes. In the 5 years since opening, it has carried over 150 million passengers, equal to the entire population of the United Kingdom crossing once. The economic impact is immense. The bridge is projected to boost the Greater Bay Area's GDP by 1.2 trillion yuan, seamlessly integrating Hong Kong's finance, Zhuhai's manufacturing, and Macau's tourism. Even small seafood restaurants in Zhuhai have seen profits rise by 30% thanks to the tourism boom. Every detail reflects China's ingenuity. To protect the endangered Chinese white dolphin, the construction plan was adjusted multiple times, and across 5 years of building, there were 0 fatalities, a world-class record. The bridge's lighting system automatically adjusts to sunrise and sunset, illuminating the night sky like the Milky Way, turning it into a global check-in landmark. When you drive across its elegant S-shaped curve, every kilometer hums with advanced technology. The drainage system can handle torrential rain. The barriers can withstand 300,000 tons of impact, and the asphalt surface is specially formulated to resist sea salt corrosion. This bridge isn't cold steel. It's a living symbol of connection. As cars with Hong Kong and Macau license plates pass each other, the bridge doesn't just link 3 cities. It shows the world that Chinese infrastructure can transform impossible into a triumphant roar of achievement. From design to construction, every step was independently developed. Behind its 7 world records stands a declaration of Chinese engineering strength, written deep beneath the sea. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge is not just a structure, it's the embodiment of China's vision, innovation, and confidence in the new era. Number 2. The South to North Water Diversion Project. Can you imagine transferring the equivalent of 16 Taihu lakes worth of water from southern China all the way to the north? When people in Beijing turn on their taps, 70% of that running water has traveled 4,400 kilometers from the Dunjiangku Reservoir in Hubei province all the way to the capital. This is the south to north water diversion project, the largest water transfer system in the world, and number 2 among China's 10 mega projects. Stretching over 3,000 kilometers of main canals and tunnels, the project consists of 3 major routes. The eastern route channels water northward along the ancient Grand Canal, while the central route begins at Danjiangkou Reservoir, delivering an average of 13 million cubic meters of water daily, quenching the thirst of 150 million people in northern China. One of its greatest marvels is the crossing of the Yellow River. Engineers built an 8-meter diameter tunnel beneath the riverbed, allowing the Han River's water to flow northward under the Yellow River, like opening an underground corridor wide enough for 2 trucks to drive side by side. Foreign experts called it a geographical miracle, rewriting the textbooks on hydrology. In the 11 years since the project began operation, it has transferred more than 70 billion cubic meters of water, enabling Beijing to support an additional 5 million residents, while reducing industrial water costs in Tianjin by 40%. Overdrawn groundwater in the North China Plain has begun to recover, and once dry riverbeds now flow again. When water first arrived in Beijing in 2014, elderly residents queued up in alleyways to collect the southern water. Many moved to tears, never imagining that Yangtze River water would one day flow into their homes. Today, the reed marshes of Baiyangdian are lush again. Fish have returned to the Chaobai River, and northern wetlands are slowly coming back to life. Technologically, this project represents a series of world firsts. The expanded Danjiangkou Reservoir acts like a massive northern water tower, 2,000 times larger than West Lake. The intelligent monitoring system for the Yellow River Tunnel is more precise than a hospital CT scanner, and 181 control works ensure not a single drop is lost. Even National Geographic marveled that this was the first time in human history water had been made to flow against nature's gradient on such a massive scale. China turned the impossible into something that happens every day in every faucet. Next time you take a shower, look at the water. Each drop has traveled from the humid south through pumping stations, tunnels, aqueducts, and mountains before arriving in your bathroom. The South to North Water Diversion Project is not just a pipeline, it's a national bond in motion, bringing the gentle abundance of the South to nurture the arid North. In every drop lies the quiet strength of Chinese engineering, a power not meant to conquer nature, but to harmonize with it, allowing millions to share the same living water across a vast and united land. Number 1. The Qinghai-Tibet Railway. At Tangula Pass, 5,072 meters above sea level, a mighty steel dragon cuts through the ancient permafrost. Stretching 1,056 kilometers, with 60% of its length above 4,000 meters, this railway is the highest in the world, a true road to the sky. This incredible feat is the Qinghai-Tibet Railway, proudly ranked first among China's top 10 mega projects. Building a railway in a forbidden zone for life was once thought impossible. Workers had to wear oxygen tanks just to breathe. The temperature difference between day and night could reach 40 degrees Celsius, and even a shovel striking frozen soil would shatter like glass. But Chinese engineers overcame it using 3 pioneering techniques: cooling, ventilation, and insulation, ensuring that 550 kilometers of permafrost foundations have remained stable for over a decade. It's like building a house on ice cream and making it stand firm as rock. To protect nature, 33 wildlife overpasses were built so that Tibetan antelopes could continue their ancient migration. Every year, thousands gracefully cross the bridges. Even baby antelopes have been caught on camera, joyfully leaping over them. Netizens called it the gentle side of Chinese engineering. In the 18 years since opening, the Qinghai-Tibet Railway has reshaped space and time in Tibet. What once took 4 days and 5 nights by road from Beijing to Lhasa now takes only 41 hours by train. More than 70 million passengers have traveled under the starry skies of the plateau, and 500 million tons of cargo have been delivered to Tibet. Now, in Lhasa's supermarkets, you can buy Tsingtao beer and Hainan bananas, with prices down by 30%. Tibet's GDP has soared from 34.2 billion yuan in 2006 to 260 billion yuan in 2024. a 7-fold increase in 18 years. From Tibetan pork in Ningxi to cordyceps from Nagku, goods from the plateau now reach every corner of China. One herder said, "When the train arrived, a better life arrived with it. Technically, the railway has broken multiple world records. It's home to the world's first thermosiphon cooling system, keeping the permafrost frozen as if injecting coolant into the earth. The airtight carriages provide oxygen supply systems to prevent altitude sickness even at 5,000 meters. Every railbolt is specially designed to resist intense UV radiation and extreme temperature differences. Foreign experts once declared that a railway on permafrost could never operate safely. But with 18 years of accident-free service, the Shanghai Tibet Railway has rewritten the global textbooks on frozen ground engineering. This railway is not cold steel. It's a national declaration on the roof of the world. It uses steel and intelligence to connect China's heartland to its frontier, bringing the distant plateau closer and turning dreams into reality. Among these 10 monumental Chinese mega projects, which one amazes you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share so you don't miss our next incredible video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.